Hi guys, this is App Unwrapper. I'm back with Orwell's Animal Farm, and I'm gonna try to see if I could get another ending, maybe something a little more offbeat. Um, I've played through it twice so far. So, one thing I noticed, which is really bizarre, is that on second playthroughs it's impossible to see all the characters, because Major just never appears. He's dead. I mean, unless there's a storyline where he comes back to life. It's very strange because there's no way to replay without completely starting a new save. So that was the one animal I was missing on my last playthrough, and it struck me as odd. But anyway, let's see.
Any animal strong enough may volunteer, until Napoleon calls a halt to the work.
So let me see something. What am I trying to... I don't know what these destinies are, honestly. Um, Death of Snowball, I don't know what longevity is, but maybe I can try to kill off Snowball in the first... I don't know how I would do that, but you could try. Kind of want to just see if I can get a few of these achievements. Um,
The animals work hard all day and return for their supper. The next day, they gather in the barn to plan how the farm will be run. Together, they name the 7 laws of animalism. After the meeting, Squealer begins painting the new laws on the wall of the barn. This is the beginning of animalism on the farm. Every animal is committed to the principles set down by Old Major. If anyone forgets, the chanting of the sheep will remind them. Some time later, the animals discover what is happening to the milk. It is being mixed into the pig's feed. The hay store is full and the animals are content. All the animals are doing their part for animalism. Even the cat has devoted herself to spreading the word. The rats are active on the farm, though they don't do much work.
I got this one 3 times. I don't know if there's
Naturally, that does not stop them helping themselves to the supplies.
something special here, but... What? I don't get it.
At the Sunday meetings, the animals argue amongst themselves about how to run the farm. Summer progresses, and the fields darken to gold. The sun rises over the summer fields. Every Sunday, the animals meet to discuss the welfare of the farm. It is always Napoleon and Snowball who propose the resolutions.
Yeah, I don't think this holds up after 2 plays. I'm getting really tired of reading the same stuff.
The dogs wake up full of energy. The apples are now ripening, and there are windfalls in the orchard. The animals have assumed that these will be shared out equally. It's late in the year to start harvesting the grains. Animal Farm has fallen behind with the crops. The animals choose who will work the harvest.
Let me see, what did I want to get?
summers at the most hot and dry.
What, did it just repeat itself?
The hens wake, well and happy in their hutch. The birds go into town and perch where they can best hear. The news of what happened on Animal Farm has spread across half the county. Animal Farm borders two other farms. One is called Foxwood, a large, neglected, old-fashioned farm. Its owner, Mr. Pilkington, is an easygoing gentleman farmer. The other farm, called Pinchfield, is smaller and better kept. Its owner is Mr. Frederick, a tough, shrewd man. Frederick is always involved in a lawsuit with someone. Summer becomes autumn. It is October. The weather is damp and gets into the bones. Next, the animals must plow the fields. It's beginning to get cold, but it's not too late to do this work. It rains heavily for some days. The roof of the barn leaks, and all the animals are miserable. The weather turns bitter. The snow covers the farm. The animals eat heartily from a generous supply of hay and feed. One day, the birds land in the farmyard in a wild excitement. All of the remaining humans are retreating. The surviving animals head back towards the farm. Another winter damages the farm buildings. Shingles come off the roofs, and the barn develops a leak. Animal Farm has survived its first year. The second year begins with warnings. The roof leaks during spring rains, and some of the supplies are ruined. The time has come again for gathering in the hay. During this time, the pigs move into the farmhouse to live. Several animals remember passing a resolution against living in the house. pigs not only take their meals in the kitchen, but sleep in the beds. Sleeping in beds is contrary to the laws they remember from the barn. Announced that the pigs will get up an hour later than other animals. The days are long now. Napoleon calls the animals together in a meeting. July turns into August. The birds are awake before anyone. The birds go into town and perch where they can best hear. Mr. Jones is mostly found in the tap room of the Red Lion. It has been more than a year since he lost his farm, but he retells the story as often as he gets the chance. Benjamin groggily wakes up. The birds are awake before anyone.
I wanted to see if there would be anything different. Why is it
The birds go into town and perch where they can best hear.
I guess it's a
Some
little
of the
different.
smaller animals die from hunger. No one is willing to say that they starved, however. The story told around the farm is that some of the hens took sick. There are more insects about, now at the heat of summer. It's late in the year to start harvesting the grains. Animal Farm has fallen behind with the crops.
Why?
Every Sunday morning, the animals gather before the flag. The sheep chant the familiar words. Together, the animals sing Beasts of England. They remember the tune that Old Major taught them. July turns into August.
Why isn't anything working this time?
All of the remaining humans are retreating. The surviving animals head back towards the farm.
Just feels very...
The dogs and the sheep limp back towards the center of the farm. The dogs will not stop whining. Napoleon recovers gradually. While he is on his sickbed, Snowball lays an elaborate plan. Snowball recovers slowly from his wounds. The hens wake, well and happy in their hutch. Snowball's campaign to educate the animals has been a success. Almost every animal on the farm is able to read, at least a little. One night, there is an escape from a traveling circus. Even in a distant county, a few of the escapees hear of Animal Farm. The lack of supplies on the farm is proving a serious problem. Everything that Mr. Jones would have purchased in town is now wearing out. The animals notice that they're going to need more supplies soon. Nails, string, dog biscuits, iron to shoe the horses. A few days later, a man by the name of Whymper is seen on the farm. Mr. Whymper is a solicitor living in Willingdon.
Oh!
Every Monday, he arrives to receive his instructions from Napoleon.
See, I can't get Major. Wait, what? Who's that? The goose? The goose never came? I thought the goose comes with Nerial.
Rules on rationing and working times are observed very closely. No one dares to be seen away from the fields when it's time to work. Even the cat has been seen in the fields, bringing in stalks of grain. Once again, summer draws to a close. It rains very heavily. The farmhouse roof is in poor condition, and the pigs are flooded. few days later, some of the hay is gone from the shed, and several workmen are seen repairing the roof despite the bad weather. Next, the animals must plow the fields. It's beginning to get cold, but it's not too late to do this work. It rains heavily for several days, and no work can be done. The birds cluster just outside the door of the Red Lion in Willington. The weather turns bitter. The snow covers the farm. The animals eat heartily from a generous supply of hay and feed. In January, there comes bitterly hard weather. The earth is like iron, and nothing can be done in the fields.
What happened to Snowball? It's not showing.
The whole farm is divided on the matter of the windmill. The sheep wake in the morning. The time has come again for gathering in the hay. Snowball is hard at work on the plans for the windmill. He spends long hours alone in the harness room, working on the documents. The rats have even begun to write a paper of their own. The birds wake early.
Am I gonna kill him off? Put down. I don't want to put him down.
Snowball calls the animals to Sunday meeting to discuss the work of the farm. Midsummer comes and goes. In the heat, the sheep are complaining they haven't been sheared. Snowball and Napoleon cannot agree what is best to do. Oh! Oh!
I just realized also... I don't think I met Jones in my last game because... Also, it skipped the beginning. I don't know. It's a little weird. I want to kill off Snowball somehow, but...
At last, Snowball's plans are completed. The animals gather to vote on whether to start work. Just at this moment, Napoleon stands and gives a high-pitched whimper. There is a terrible baying sound outside.
I wanted to kill Snowball. Aww.
A few weeks later, Napoleon announces it's time to begin the windmill. It's late in the year to start harvesting the grains. Animal Farm has fallen behind with the crops. The camel works very hard and asks a large number of questions. There's a good quarry of limestone on the farm, enough for the windmill, but for weeks no one can see how to cut the stone to the right size.
Why did it disappear so fast? Let me see who's... Everyone seems to be in good health.
When the stone for the windmill is broken, it's not difficult to haul.
Oh,
It was a very bright morning.
why was it so easy to make it this time when I failed so miserably last time? Where is it? Harness the wind. Oh, there.
By autumn, the windmill has been fully built. That fact makes up for a great deal else. The animals often walk around the windmill, admiring it. Animal Farm is in a dire situation.
What? Why?
It is vital to prevent the neighbors from learning this fact. Next, the animals must plow the fields. It's beginning to get cold, but it's not too late to do this work.
Everyone seems fine, so...
The weather turns bitter. The snow covers the farm. There's not enough food to go around. The animals are going hungry. The coldest part of the year comes and goes. Napoleon sits at the front of the barn with a semicircle of dogs. Instead of having debates, he reads out the week's orders. Rules on rationing and working times are observed very closely. No one dares to be seen away from the fields when it's time to work. Even the cat has been seen in the fields, bringing in stalks of grain. The time has come again for gathering in the hay. One day, Napoleon instructs Wimper to purchase booklets on brewing. A week later, he gives orders to set aside land for barley. Two of the cows are pregnant. They're both in good health. By the end of March, there are 2 new calves on the farm. The rats are active on the farm, though they don't do much work. Naturally, that does not stop them helping themselves to the supplies.
This seems almost like a bug, the way these come up so much. And now I only have one option, redistribute. I mean... What just happened?
Once again, summer is passing. Boxer's health has been failing. He is too ill to work. For 2 days, Boxer rests in his stall. He talks to Clover about his hopes for a quiet retirement.
Oh no.
In the middle of the day, a van comes to take Boxer away.
I'm not sure what triggered this because that's part of the book and I was wondering why it didn't come up before, but I don't know what triggered this. It's a little confusing.
Benjamin catches sight of it. Someone thinks of racing ahead to shut the gate, but it's too late. The van's through, and Boxer is never seen again. The rats have even begun to write a paper of their own.
What do you mean? We got this already before. Oh! That was weird.
Morning wakes up the cows.
That was weird. Did the rats kill Napoleon?
The farm has had a successful year, but it's still short of money. The animals need to buy bricks, sand, and lime for building. Then there is a cost of lighting and heating the farmhouse.
It just said Napoleon died. What is going on? Okay, I don't understand what's happening. I just got an achievement for Napoleon dying. I thought we changed the flag. I thought he died. I don't understand.
The rats are active on the farm, though they don't do much work.
Okay, come on.
Naturally, that does not stop them helping themselves
Every-
with the supplies.
Every game I get this 3 times, and it's so stupid.
It's late in the year to start harvesting the grains. Animal Farm has fallen behind with the crops. It is a very bright morning.
Okay. I don't understand. Why is Napoleon alive? It says Death of Napoleon. How did I get that achievement if he's alive? What in the world?
By autumn, the windmill has been fully built.
It was already fully built.
That fact makes up for a great deal else.
What?
The
What?
animals often walk around the windmill, admiring it.
I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what's happening, guys.
It is October. The weather is damp and gets into the bones. One night, there is a violent gale. It blows tiles off the barn roof. In the morning, the windmill is in ruins. The weather turns bitter. The snow covers the farm. There's not enough food to go around. The animals are going hungry. Another winter damages the farm buildings. These days, Napoleon stays in the farmhouse and gives orders through Squealer. When he comes out, he always has a guard of 4 or 5 dogs. Flowers grow all over the farm. The winter chill wears off, and spring begins. The walls of the windmill are rebuilt to be 3 feet thick this time. Much larger quantities of stone are required. It is back-breaking work. The time has come again for gathering in the hay. Napoleon gathers the animals together one morning. Then he whimpers. Immediately, the dogs bound forward and seize 4 of the pigs. The 4 pigs confess that they have been in touch with Snowball. They admit they collaborated with him to destroy the windmill. They say they agreed with him to hand Animal Farm over to Mr. Frederick. When they have finished their confession, the dogs tear out their throats.
Okay, got a new achievement.
When it is all over, the remaining animals creep away. Clover cannot find the words for her thoughts. She knows this is not the rebellion she dreamed of. She pictured a society free of hunger and the whip. She imagined a farm where the strong protected the weak. Instead, They've come to a time of bloodshed, but there is no thought of rebellion or disobedience in her mind. Above all, it is necessary to prevent Jones from returning. At last, she begins to sing Beasts of England. The other animals join her, slowly and mournfully. The sheep wake in the morning.
So it looks like I got another destiny. 2 destinies. I don't even know. I don't know what they are, how they're different from achievements, though.
The roof leaks during spring rains, and some of the supplies are ruined. The roof leaks during spring rains, and some of the supplies are ruined.
All right. It seems that on my 3rd playthrough, everything is breaking down.
The hay store is already empty, even so early in the year. Hunger sets the animals grumbling amongst themselves.
How does...
The birds wake early. Once again, summer is passing. The birds are awake before anyone.
It just said...
Napoleon has required the hens to lay more and more eggs. The rumor is that he intends to sell them in the village. Clover overheard him bargaining with Mr. Whymper. Some of the smaller animals die from hunger. No one is willing to say that they starved, however. The story told around the farm is that some of the hens took sick. It's late in the year to start harvesting the grains. Animal Farm has fallen behind with the crops.
There's nobody left.
All of the remaining humans are retreating. No one is left to live on the farm. All of the animals have either starved or run away. The buildings are decaying, and the fields are unplowed. In time, the land will be divided up between the various neighbors. The burial plots in the orchard will grow over. The old Animal Farm sign will be burned. No one will remember the experiment. except a very few piglets. In their old age, they would hear the tune of beasts of England, and it would seem like a dream.
Population. Alright, new ending. 3 destinies. Achievements only 28 so far. Characters met 21 out of 23. Endings discovered. Okay. Yeah, a lot of achievements still, but I don't really feel like playing it again. It's way too repetitive, and it was actually just completely breaking down in this playthrough. Anyway, that's Animal Farm. Check it out if you enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Bye-bye.